morning, good morning. It's just wanted to say hello. It's Joel. My name is Joel Matthew Trimbath, and I'm just coming in from my backyard here, and I'm just getting some sun in the morning light as the sun has been rising for the last few hours, but now it's bright in the sky, and I've got a good sun view spot in my backyard here, and I just wanted to chit-chat about a few things, bring up a few ideas, thoughts I've been having as I've been getting some lemon water in. So, without further ado, just wanted to start by getting into a few things as I start to go about my day, how I start to get into a bit of a routine to kind of find a little bit of balance into my day by taking some intentional actions, such as when I wake up, after I do the duties, take the necessary actions. Well, you get up, you gotta use the bathroom, and then maybe I even use a little tongue scraper to scrape off some of that old bacteria that might have accumulated in the mouth through the night, and then get outside. That's number one. So it's just get on my shoes. I got these Earth Runner shoes that are grounding, so that when I'm walking on natural surfaces, I still feel grounded for that earthing connection, for those free electrons. So then when I take my walk, it's 10-15 minutes or so, just a short quick one to get going. Then it's just to get outside, get in the sunlight, get some fresh air, get to a trail, be able to move the body, and also it's just as much of a mental exercise, just not so much of an exercise, but it can move the thoughts, or you can kind of cycle about what you might have been thinking about before bed or when you woke up or through the night, and then you can get a chance to untangle some of those, and this is kind of my chance with that as well. And then I might even pick up my journal, and then if I want to write anything down, this is what I've got it for. Any ideas or plans that I want to put into action, just as much as my just as I've been trying to put together, simplifying some of these ideas about light, how it can be so important to set our circadian rhythm each day, especially by getting morning sunlight in the morning in our eyes, on our skin, on our body, to help our brain and body know that it is daytime, it is the new day, and the time of day based on our location and the sun that we're receiving into our eyes and on our skin. So sun is important, and it is one of the small actions, small shifts that I'm trying to align with by just finding the sunny spot in my backyard, or just being in the sun outside when I go for my walks, since I feel that's a pretty important thing to get into that natural energy, that natural sunlight, since it is our natural light source. We wouldn't have light without the sun, and sometimes we try and substitute it with artificial sources, but it's not balanced. It's not a balanced spectrum. With the sunlight, there's blue, yes, as well as there's red that balances the blue, and so there's also the red and infrared, which can be the healing spectrum of light, as well as the UV, which can be very beneficial in moderation, which is why I'm doing my part for safe sun exposure by receiving sunlight on my skin in the morning, which will help tone my skin for the midday sunlight when the UV is at a higher index. So that is sunlight. As much as it's about getting outside just for the fresh air and moving the body, it's also important to expose the skin to the natural light for the sun on the skin, where it will be healing for the body. But before the sun, before I even get out of bed, I've got my breathing exercises, because those will really help to ground into my body and center myself. I like the Wim Hof method as well as the coherence breathing, where they both, I have them on a recording on a playlist on Spotify. I can always leave the link if anyone's curious to try for themselves, but it's really just one of those, you have to try it to feel it. And when you feel it, then you can start to resonate with how you feel when you can practice that breathing technique to really be able to use the breath to be able to be in control of how you feel and how you think, depending on how we're breathing, since that is absolutely connected from the way we breathe and the way we feel. So it is an important aspect as well of breathing through our nose, slowly, softly. Remember to take a moment to breathe, take a breather, remember to breathe, take that pause, and then this is maybe next one up, and we'll go with hydration. Get your water in the morning, especially after you've been not drinking, fasting for the night while you've been sleeping. So here I've done a few little upgrades to my water I can talk about. First, a quick sip. Alright, so step one with the water. I like the glass because it's not plastic, that's one. And so this is where my water came from this morning. Let's see if it actually came from Italy, but it's actually sparkling carbonated mineral water. So it's got some minerals in here, and it's got some dissolved mineral salts, and it's important that it has 0 parts per million of fluoride ions. It does not have any fluoride, because there are a few reasons that it's just not good for the electricity in our body. The fluoride, it just has a negative impact on our body, we'll just say that. But I squeezed a lemon in here, half a lemon juice, along with some Redmond real salt for some electrolytes, and then I also used my Analemma wand to structure the water, because it's got this kind of, I want to say, structured water that has gone through a structuring process of all of just, they describe it as creating coherency in the water molecules. When the water in the glass touches the water molecules in the water, as since our body's cells are 99% water, so on a cellular level we are 99% water. When we need to make sure that the quality of water that goes in our body is a good quality, because that will determine the quality of our life, of the living inside of our bodies, of these cells. So when we can structure the water and bring it into coherence, we may feel more balanced, and there's been studies proving the brain waves have been more coherent of people who drink the water, with the brain and the heart. So just have to stir it for about 30 seconds or so, and then I've got structured, balanced, coherent water with some lemon juice and minerals in there to start the day. Feeling that good energy from the sunlight, from the water, and then as much as possible, my backyard's turf, but to be on the earth is another important aspect. Earth and fresh air make up the elements I try and structure, from the earth to the air to the light, along with the water. We may balance. Now remember to breathe. Let the light in. Look up to the light. Let it on your body and your eyes, on your skin. Ground yourself. Touch the earth. Reconnect with nature. Soak in those negative ions. The negative ions, the free electrons, the free energy can come from the sun, can come from the earth, grounding, putting our bare skin onto the earth's surface. And while only 40% of the free electrons that we take in, well, also 40% can come from whole foods that we can consume as well. So I can get into that into another video, but we just want to make sure they are in their full natural form, as they have been grown by nature naturally, ideally around where we are living, so that they are somewhat local to us, but to a degree. So that may also include things that are in season or grown locally, and of course we want them to be grown organically to reduce the risk of pesticide exposure, while just as much supporting healthy livestock and healthy animals, as well as organic crops from fruits and vegetables that are grown in a holistic manner as well, you could say, as I try and take that holistic perspective that everything is one, that we just need to remember to see it from a different point of view, that it is all connected, but how to really emphasize the connection between each part of the whole, from the mind and the body and the spirit, to connect from the light, from the earth, from breathing, and from making sure our body is balanced from the water that we consume. Ever so more important. Stay hydrated. Also basic. Move the body. Get out in nature. Get in the sunlight. Put your feet on the earth. And remember to breathe through the nose. Well, that's all I got for now. Get in the sun. Have a great day.